Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How y'all doing this afternoon? Woo! Boy, tell you, it's another this was some flashes that I had. And it's just a couple. And then I kind of try to differentiate between the flashes and the downloads because they are different. They come different. And I like to say, thank you, Lord, for blessing me how you bless me. And I also want to say that anybody believing in you, you're on the right path. Now, one of the flashes that I had was like a couple of females. I don't know who they are, but when it came to me, it was like they were setting somebody up. They were trying to get them to come over. I don't know if this was a man or a woman that they was trying to get come over, but it was like they were plotting. They were planning out something. And I could see one of them. She kind of had on like turquoise, like, yeah, it was like a turquoise shirt, but it was one with the, spaghetti straps on it. And it's funny because in the flash, that Joker had on some cheetah print pants or something like that. She had acne in her face, and this was just one of the joints. The other one had like a blonde wig on with like a headband. But I'm gonna finish describing the first one, because that's the one that was doing the main talking. She had short hair, and it was black. And, she was like dark, like me, and she was kind of heavy set a little bit, wasn't too much, but you know what I'm saying. And I'm like, so I'm getting this flash of them plotting on somebody. They laughing and giggling with each other about the situation. The other one was kind of brown skinned with the headband on. And she had on a jacket, and it was like kind of funny. I'm like, she got on a jacket, it's summertime, you know what I'm saying? But it was like a windbreaker type of deal, like a little spring jacket or something. And she was thin. She was like thinner than the other girl, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like in the flash, like I'm looking, and I can see they full body, and they look like they like in a living room maybe. And I'm like, I could see a black couch. The walls was white in it, and wasn't no pictures and stuff, nothing on the wall. There was like a glass table, like one of them old school glass tables, back off in the 90s. With the little chrome joint, chrome base on it. Now I'm looking around in the flash, I'm looking around in there, I'm trying to see everything. But then I couldn't, it was like I couldn't turn around to see what was behind me. When I did, it kind of looked like a patio door or something. You know what I'm saying? And the sun was shining through it, that's why I knew. It had like vertical blinds hooked to that joint. And And along that wall that was leading to that door was like a brown desk with a little TV on it. And I'm like, what is this about right here? I ain't gonna dwell on that one too much. I don't see a situation like that being for me. But the other flash that I had, I was looking up at the sky yesterday, and it was like, it reminded me of like back when I was at the lake the other day, and I was looking at the sky. I'm like, I felt peaceful. You know what I'm saying? I know I like to go fishing and stuff, and I don't mind being by the water and nothing like that. But it was like just a feeling of peace. I could feel wind on me. And as I was looking, it was like I don't know, I could just see like water. And it just felt all peaceful, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, is this God telling me to go back to the water or something? So I made in my mind of myself, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, when I get back home, I usually go by the lake by my house. That's probably gonna be the first thing I do when I touch down. Nah, I ain't gonna dwell on that too much, cause Lord willing, that's what I'm gonna do. Now, for the download. Says to me, there's a situation going on where somebody is trying to block something from happening. Somebody is trying to cause something to happen. And I prayed on it. Prayed on it last night. As I was praying, tears started coming out. And I'm like, while I'm praying, I'm like, man, Lord, I ain't upset. I really ain't sad. I'm all right. So I'm like, what's going on? Then I had to think about it. Maybe this was my wife. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling her. You know what I'm saying? Because I can feel her. So I got to praying for her. Then kept on hitting me. You know, the fact that I discovered somebody doing voodoo on me. She discovered somebody doing it on her. And it's like, the download was somebody that we have been given clarity on situations. Somebody that we've been gifted and trying to care for has been using that against us as a weapon. And that came out yesterday too, while I was reading the Bible. You know, anybody that'll use your good emotions towards you, or towards them, excuse me, the good emotions towards them as a weapon to keep you stuck, keep you bound, keep you trapped. an evil person. You know, a lot of people, you can hear them complaining, you know, especially like at jobs where, you know, they ain't getting their just due, or when they do get their just due, in one sense, the other sense, they being manipulated. And people can tell. But when they speak their truth about the situation, that's when they get blackmailed. Hey, you either listen to me and keep your job, or you don't, and you're out of here. Anybody ever been in a position like that? You know, I think back here not too long ago. I think it was right before Christmas of last year. And I was delivering for Amazon. And there was a joint in there, you know what I'm saying, trying to get my attention. Because everybody knew that I was leaving a situation, that I was having a breakup. And I didn't want to be bothered by that person. They could have been the nicest, coolest person in the world, but then after the situation unfolded, I realized that wasn't the case. You know what I'm saying? That person was evil, karmic, whatever you want to call it, because I didn't pay no attention. I started getting pulled over left and right, just tearing my truck up, all kind of stuff, looking for anything to get me stuck. So I just can imagine what it would have been like if I did give in to that person and had a child with that person. Then they got to cutting up. I done already been through something like that. Now, I ain't gonna say something like that. I done already been through that a couple of times. You know, advice is good. I don't mind giving out no advice. Like I done said since I started this, I put myself in this. I have no shame into telling the truth. So people can get a better understanding of me. Instead of going off of what somebody else might want to say. Because, you know, everybody get talked about. Everybody get discussed. It ain't nothing new. It ain't no secret. But it's also the game where how they're getting talked about and discussed. It's either you're going to be respectful or you're going to be disrespectful. A lot of people like gossip and drama. You know what I'm saying? That's what their whole life consists of. That's their energy. That gives them hope. And I'm going to say this in a nice way, because I pray for these type of people that they change their ways, but they be going through that same type of situation, and they want to know that somebody else is going through it. That's why I put my truth out there, because if anybody else is going through something like that, my advice for you is to stay faithful with the Lord, because Jesus will see you through whatever it is. He's seeing me through what I'm going through. He saw me through what I've been through. I ain't supposed to be here, but because of him, I'm here. He got me on a mission. So that's one of my goals right there, to be on his mission. Because without him, I wouldn't be here. People get in such depressions where nothing going right with them. And everything seems to be crumbling. And then they get to feeling depressed, wanting to take themselves out. Just to end the pain. But I say, don't do that. Let that happen naturally. Let God do that. That's not your job. When you feel like that, I want you to realize that your job is to stay here and continue to do what the Lord wants you to do. I got a partner. I ain't gonna put him out there like that. But he used to call me and tell me things like that. And that he's just so stressed out he don't want to be here. And I try to console him and talk him into a better mind state. Try to get him to look on the bright side, because I believe we all have been there. I felt like that when I was younger. Not knowing that somebody had put that on me. Somebody had spoke that over my life. Bad thing. And since I discovered truly that somebody did some voodoo on me, they probably been doing it on me. Ain't no telling how long. But people that do that to you, they know and understand that God has a purpose for you. And their purpose and assignment is to take you out, because they are bound and tied to the devil. So whatever it is they going through, they're taking it out on you. Because the devil is tormenting them into doing that. And he's tricking them, thinking that they're going to get success. But out the devil and the God situation, out of that situation, glory be to God. He don't make no mistakes. And we also have to realize at one point, God loved the devil. The devil did all of the most ultimate sins, which changed his destiny. It left him stuck. We have to understand, we're not stuck. The devil is stuck. Because of the decisions that he made. And if we won't let these people here on this earth cast a projection of what they're going through onto us, we shall not let Satan do that neither. So get out of that mind state that you're stuck, because things ain't going your way fast as that you want them to, or how you want them to. Be happy, grateful, and humble on what God is really doing for you. That's a confirmation. You heard that joke come up in there? You heard that joke come up in here? Just spoke up when I spoke up is what I just said. If that make any sense to you, please let it sink in. That's the most important part of loving in the Lord is being humble. That goes right along with faithful. Dedicated, devoted, obedient. If you sitting there starving, got no money, nobody won't do nothing for you, and the Lord blesses you with a grain of rice, you gonna turn your nose up at it? Or you gonna humbly take you a knife and a fork and cut that joint into little sections and fill your soul? Most people don't know how to be humble. That's why they be unhappy. Material things don't bring happiness. I learned that the hard way when I was younger. I thought, oh, well, I got this. I'm happy. No, I was just appeasing the person that I was with at the time because that's what they wanted. That made them feel accomplished. I didn't feel accomplished because I wasn't doing what the Lord wanted me to do at that time. When I finally got back with him, he made me understand what he wanted me to do. And I pray heavily, Lord Jesus, keep me on this path. Keep your hands on me, Lord. Because I'm peaceful. It's another confirmation. Bells get to ringing. When the truth come out, continue to be a happy, helpful, respectful person. And with that being said, that don't mean that I'm gonna be taking no crap. God won't allow that. I'm gonna pray on it. And God gonna take care of it because he do fight our battles. Tell you, that joker that came up on me while I was sitting, that I was talking about yesterday, I laughed him off, and God heard my laugh, because it was kind of a prayer, because I said, please, don't let this joker come over here. And I was talking to God. At the same time, I was talking to my kingdom wife. You know what I'm saying? So, he heard. That person came to me with something evil. And I prayed that away from me, away from my life, away from my family, away from my connection. I don't want nothing to do with it. It has to lose its grip on me. And anybody that I'm connected to. Negativity brings in the devil. That's his opportunity to make your world come crumbling down. We must stay optimistic about things. There's an answer and resolve to everything. Because everything that's done right now has been done before. Way before we been here. This is an opportunity to change things. That's all this life is for us. To change things and make it right before we leave here from this life and the next life begins. That way we stand a better chance for our souls to be cured and sanctified in the Lord. Jesus Christ. I'm telling you. He hitting me with downloads right now. Yes, he is. I'm looking out here at the sky and he just hitting me. So I'm giving it to you. I hope you can take this in and see this in your life. See what it is that he wants you to do. See the change and progress that you have made, the things that you have been through, the things that you go through, the things that you're gonna go through. Because life is trials and tribulations. Us children of God look to him for direction, not to man. Because man will send you clean off. That's why I also tell y'all, because I had somebody here when I first started off calling me God, calling me Jesus. And I had to repeatedly tell that lady, I ain't God. I'm just his messenger. I'm trying to do what he wants me to do. So if I give you good advice, I don't never want to give you no bad advice, but whatever advice that I give you, just know that it's something that I done been through already. Everybody's outcome is not going to be the same. But to those who are chosen to line up with the things that I say and know it to be true for themselves, I pray that this message, this download that I'm getting from God helps you to better yourself. I'm really not taking nobody's mentorship right now. I'm letting things go for what it knows. I'm letting things flow from me and the conversations that I have with the God, with our God. Yeah, I listen to a few people, but all don't match up from what I see, hear, and can sense. And if it don't make no sense, God, make sense of it for me. And I trust him. He ain't steered me wrong yet. There's very few people in this world that you can trust. Everybody got their own agenda, their own goals, their own way of trying to manipulate you, manipulate situations in your life. When you meet somebody that ain't trying to do that to you, you better keep them. I don't care if it's a relationship, a friendship, a family ship, or whatever kind of ship it is. Let them ships roll in. Because them are blessings from the Lord. Yes, I'm quite guarded. from the things I just recently discovered. But I was guarded while I was in that situation. You know, they use children. Anybody on here that lie and say that, oh no, that ain't a problem or nothing like that, please leave. Get off my line. Because I know what I've been through. And there's many of you out there, y'all been through it too, men and women. The devil get into those people and they don't want to see you happy. God bless you with abundance and you try to go on about your life. Them people will try to test you because they don't want to see you happy. They use all kind of tricks. They say honor thy mother and father. I'd have been hurt by both. So how am I supposed to feel about that? You can always forgive, but you can't forget, and you can't stay there being victimized by those same people. You have to move on. God gave me strength to do that. If anybody think it's all hunky-dory with me, no it ain't. But I do get a lot of joy from knowing that God got me in every situation in my life. He would not let me suffer. He would not let me lack. As long as I stay obedient to him and do his work. This has been Authentic and Nothing, and this is a long joint, but I don't care. Because somebody out there needed to hear some truth. So maybe it fixed their situation. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later on.